It's been several years in the making, but DC Universe Online is finally here. Dcuo is Sony Online's first major MMO in a while, and the first console MMO since 2003. While every other MMO announced in the last decade has said it would come to consoles, Dcuo actually did. I've been playing a lot of the game, and while I'm not quite ready to give it a score, I am ready to give you an idea of what I think so far. First off, it's important to remember that Dcuo is built for the PS3. This becomes very obvious when you try playing with the traditional PC setup of a mouse and keyboard. Menus are difficult to navigate, and chat is extremely clumsy. It feels a little clumsy on the PS3 as well, but that's at least due to the hardware limitations. Combat is action-based, and is a great deal faster than most MMOs out there. Attacking with combinations of button taps and holds results in different combos. It copes fairly well with the normal MMO latency, although the effectiveness of some combos versus others seems pretty negligible. Quests are extremely basic, and almost all follow the exact same formula most MMO players will be used to. You generally have to kill things, collect things, or interact with things a whole bunch of times. It can get pretty stale given that the formula doesn't change at all from level 1. That said, you are immediately rewarded with experience when you fulfill a quest objective, rather than the entire quest, which helps but does not remove the dreaded feeling of the grind. With no professions, non-combat activities are primarily divided up into collectibles and races. Races are neat little traipses through the city, and are customized based on whether you choose super speed, flight, or acrobatics as your movement power of choice. Collectibles are little orbs scattered throughout the world that fill in the rich DC backstory. They also reward you with items in the mail for collecting a full set. Although both of these are cool little extras that you can do during your downtime, it doesn't fill in the gap left by no professions. Dcuo wouldn't be much of an MMO without content designed for groups, and until you've hit max level, that content is primarily alerts. Similar to instances in dungeons and other games, alerts are designed for groups of 4 to tackle for sweet gear. Unfortunately, the alerts follow almost exactly the same structure as the solo quests. Having to kill exactly 50 guys to make a boss appear feels very artificial when the alternative could have been just to clear the area. On top of that, too many of the bosses feel like time fillers. Only the final boss in most of these alerts offer an interesting experience. At the end of these alerts, and after you beat key characters in solo quests, you'll get a little comic-inspired movie. These have so far ranged from pretty bland, like the Brainiac one, to really very fascinating, like Harley Quinn's. So far, Dcuo feels flawed overall, and somewhat shoehorned on the PC. There's still much more to see though, and an exceptional endgame or interesting PvP could easily make Dcuo a compelling experience to stick with. Keep checking IGN.com for continued coverage of Dcuo and a full review soon.